Good morning, dreamers. How are you today? Somebody wants to be fed. Uh, that was funny. This is Licorice, by the way, for those of you that haven't met him. He's a wonderful, wonderful boy. Um, yeah, how are you? How was your weekend? I took myself out to see a movie. I went to see Red One, so spoiler alert, I will not tell you plot, but there are some thematic things that were very touching, and it's one of those movies where it has this action adventure surface level with some comedy thrown in, and it's funny, it's accessible for someone who doesn't want to or is not in the mood to think about the movie. However, if you're in a very thoughtful mindset, which I am often in that, but particularly now, um, there are some very, very thoughtful parts to this movie. I told Jimmy that this is the type of movie it is underestimated because it is themed with Christmas. And so it's going to get forgotten quickly, but it shouldn't be. It is a very, very astute commentary on culture right now, on the world, and how people treat each other. And it's a commentary on good versus evil, but the fact that um, it's within everyone, good and evil. And so ultimately, the theme is that every day and every decision is an opportunity to choose to be good. And because it actually aligns beautifully with um, with my holy text, the Bible, and it aligns gorgeously with that concept of the spark of the divine is within us because we are made in the image of God, and it is our choice if we're going to go with the desire of self or if we're going to go to the desire of surrender to something greater than ourselves. And ultimately, of course, in the movie, that is love. But God Himself says in the holy text that He is love. God is love, and so we have a choice every single day whether we are going to decide to stand our ground and love, or whether we are going to surrender to self. And what an amazing film! Um, so much humor, so many Easter eggs towards other Christmas movies or movies that are debated whether they're Christmas movies or not. That's as far as I can go. Just and the mythological world was amazing. Like the special effects were fun, and anyway, this isn't a movie review, but at the same time, it is because I believe that our God speaks to us in whatever interests we have. And I needed a break. I needed to take myself out all by myself to a movie. And even as I'm sitting there and the kids beside me are being, they were late because of traffic, of course. It was the Santa Claus parade, and so whoever was driving them couldn't find a spot. I get that. But they come in noisy, they come in. And I had a decision to make in that moment. Am I going to love these kids and let them get the most they can out of this film? Or am I going to be barking at them like I'm the Scrooge? Right? And so I had a decision to make. So I put my blinders up and I just watched the movie, and I got lost in the movie for a little while. Because sometimes we need to get lost. And when we take ourselves into a place, either a nature walk like I did with a friend yesterday, or just deep into a book, or even deep into household chores, or into a movie, God can meet us there in that moment where we've pulled away from the worry of the world and we pulled away from the stresses of the world. He can meet you in a cup of coffee. Because that's the thing about Him. They are so much bigger. Our God, Father, Son, Spirit, so much bigger than anything we can imagine. And if something like a movie can reach into humankind and say, hey, you guys, it's time to get nice again. We need to be nice again. We need to kindness. And we need to not commercialize this holiday. And we need to believe in each other. And we need to see the good in each other and also within ourselves. If something as simple as a movie can do that, I would highly suggest that you go see it and be part of the good and choose the good. You hear people say, what side of history are you going to be on? And it's a hard thing to say, because my white heritage was part of colonialism. So how did they know? Really, like it's part of their world. And so we see today with commercialism and just sell and get the next buck and get the next thing and get the next, it can destroy you. The quest for more can destroy you, and the discontentedness that comes with the quest for things, it can absolutely wreak havoc on your life. And so we have a decision to make every day. Every decision is an opportunity to choose to do good. To be good is what the movie said. So I challenge you today. And I mean, if you have the cash, because it is commercial and they are trying to make a buck, of course. But if you can afford it, it's well worth the money to go see it. But if not, don't worry about it. Just get yourself into nature. Go for a walk. Go for a stroll. Just sit at the park if you can't move. But just get beside some running water at a riverside or creek side. If you're fortunate enough, an ocean view would be great too. But just get somewhere where you can start to think calmly and rationally about, don't commercialize this holiday. Don't make this about the stuff. Choose to do the good. I love you so much. Keep your feet on the ground and your head in the clouds. Know that I love you. Bye. Oh, this one's Stella. Bye.